Hi everyone, Ying is here to share with us on Atomy Organic Fermented Noni Concentrate. But before we start sharing on these products, maybe I should brief you a little bit about my history, why I go into this, okay? Yes, because I encountered my first death, which is my grandfather's death at the age of 10 years old, due to poor health, due to 生老病死, aging, and then he passed away. And then at the age of 20, my peers, my contemporaries, they also passed away due to cancer. Okay, one guy, a senior who is at the prime of his age, he is the commando in our Singapore Armed Force. He passed away due to cancer relapse, nose cancer. The second time, he passed away. And then another lady, a senior, she was also eating very healthily, living a very healthy lifestyle. She passed away due to lung cancer. All this caused me to ponder about health and life. Yeah, even my own dad passed away when I was 31 years old due to heart attack. And because of that, I have actually been looking into natural remedy. And I was introduced to this, the making of garbage enzyme, whereby we use sugar, water, and garbage waste to make into what we call it the eco enzyme, which is to make our own natural cleaning products. And because of that, I also do because I like to do some gardening, I plant my own herbs and things like that. So I also use the waste from the garbage enzyme to make our own compost. And I have been doing different natural remedy. Even when we have cold and cough and things like that, I research into natural remedies and I use all the natural ingredients, fruits, herbs, or even some of the spices, all this to help us to find solutions in life. And I have gone through the process of juicing. Yeah, we buy the slow juicer, juicing to boil our own herbs, even for hair dye. Okay, you look at this. This is the hair dye. I found the herbs online and then I went to the TCM shop to buy the ingredients, okay, to do my own hair dye. And the last thing that we did was actually to make fruit enzyme. Okay, but the process is really very tedious. And I think I only make once and I didn't do it anymore. I didn't pursue because it is really very tedious. And I'm also honestly not sure whether it is effective or not. But thankfully, I found Atomy I get to know Atomy in 2016, end of 2016. I joined Atomy in 2017, understand the company philosophy of producing products, okay, that are human safe and eco-friendly. And because of that, we have also, my husband and I, we have visited Koma in Korea and Atomy company itself in Korea. We understand the company and the backing behind all this research and things like that. So we are very assured, and because the products are so affordable, we started using their products. And so then let's talk about Noni. Okay, Noni. Do you know that Noni is actually the gift of God? It is known as the gift of God. I actually didn't realize that I first encounter, totally forgotten about this, about my first encounter with Noni, and it was actually about more than 10 years before I met Atomy. I didn't know more about it as I was able to solve my health concern. But I remember seeing this at my mom's house last year, sometime in September. Then I recall, oh yeah, this was actually my first encounter with Noni when I was having some inflammation. I was actually buying the curcumin products, and then later stage, I saw these Noni pouches that was given away free. And just information, I just want to know how many of you actually were Atomy members before 2019 or sometimes in 2019. Do you know that 2019 is actually the second time I encountered Noni, and Atomy actually launched the first batch of Noni juice. Yeah, I actually totally can't remember about Noni, but I only know that it was launched. I was very excited to share about these products to others because I read so many testimonies online, and then I was sharing with our members. And I actually have members who want to buy because they themselves are beneficiary. They have one of the members, her grandmother, her mother-in-law actually helped her to ferment Noni in East Malaysia to help her with her sleep. And I also have members who want to understand more about this Noni, and then they want to try. After reading the benefits of Noni, they want to buy and try. So of course, as a lover of Atomy members, even though I do not really know more about these products, I just buy and try. But because we do not know what to expect, we didn't continue using it. Yeah. And then these are some of the testimonies that was shared about the previous Noni pouches. It comes in the longish pouches. Okay, it was when I was preparing for this sharing that I actually confirmed with Atomy Singapore product specialist, our staff, Joy that yes, this is the first batch of Noni pouches that was launched in Korea before the pandemic. However, this was not developed by Atomy itself. It was launched by another research company. And because it was our chairman desire that as Atomy continue to grow globally, it was his desire and wish that we must develop our own products in our own hands, to do the research, everything from our own company. So that's the reason why we actually founded Atomy Orot, and it is a facility in Gwangju, South Korea, that serves as a hub for research, development, and production of fruit and drinks, particularly home meal replacement products. And the goal of Orot is to create high quality, nutritional, and safe homemade style food and drinks for global distribution through Atomy Network. And so the facilities of these features in the Orot factory is a large modern facilities that include a centralized research center. It has a food research lab, an office space, and also an incubation center and area. So the primary focus is a major part of the project is to develop our home meal products, okay, which are pre-packed meals that is intended for convenient and healthy alternatives to homemade food. Yeah. So it is high quality, nutritional, and safe homemade style for our modern lifestyle. So that we can continue, so that Atomy can continue to bring food and beverages that are absolute quality and absolute price for all our global members. And this building, the Orot building, was completed on the 18th October 2019. And of course, Atomy Noni is the very first product that was tasked to be produced by our Atomy Orot. And this is our doctor. He is actually the Chief Director of R&D Department of Atomy Orot. Dr. La is known as the father of Atomy Noni. Why? Because he himself is a beneficiary of Noni, and he has invested many years into the R&D of Noni to help others. But his previous company do not have the budget to produce such high quality Noni until he was introduced to Atomy founder Park Hang-gil by the researcher of Hemohim. Ying is privileged to meet him in person at our Leaders Club and Center Manager meeting in 2024 at Suntec to hear him share on the incredible benefits of Noni. He actually shared eye-opening testimonies that showcase Noni's remarkable impact on health and wellness. And with his extensive expertise in the health supplement field, Dr. La emphasized that Noni not only overcome the challenges of Atomy Noni not only overcome the challenges of Noni taste, but also maximizes its potent health properties. His visit reaffirmed Noni's reputation as a gift from nature, empowering global audience to embrace its transformative benefits for a healthier life. And Atomy Noni also won in 2024, also won the Next Generation World-Class Products. And what is Atomy Noni? Noni is first of all known as the gift of God, as we have already mentioned, because of its abundance of bioactive substances such as prozeronine, polyphenol, and ioroids. And it has, because of its deep and rich premium noni extracts that is full of nutrients, and it contains, but in Atomy, as we all know, it is more affordable, lowerly priced, and it is 100% organic harvest from Atomy-owned farm in the Java Island, Indonesia. And the nutritional is enhanced with its 1,440 hours of fermentation and aging. And it is created through the joint research with a government-funded research institute. And with that, we are all able to enjoy a healthy and vibrant life with this premium noni extract that is made more delicious by adding natural ingredients such as the organic coconut sugar. In modern time, we all know that there is such things called the animal pharmacology, which means natural healing and self-medication. I'm not sure about you. Do you see pets roaming in the garden, looking at grass and things like that? They were looking for parasites to ingest to help them treat. Or even tiger, after they are wounded, they will be rolling on the grass to heal their diseases, like things like the tiger grass, yeah, or we call it the Centella asiatica, which is the 老虎草, the tiger grass. And noni pharmacology, it is a natural healing and self-medication. We have actually seen there's many insects, birds, and animals that uses noni for self-medication to help ingest, and then they are able to recover. And human also, yeah, we also develop some form of natural healing and self-medication. So humans have also used noni, have seen it, tested it, even before the development of medicine. Noni has been used as natural remedy and traditional medicine to improve and treat diseases and symptoms. For example, inflammation, vomit, ingestion, diarrhea, skin diseases, pain, headaches, dizziness, fever, etc. And so, how does noni provide health benefits to all parts of the human body? Let's take a look at how it is able to do that. The 1 billion, okay? First of all, understand what is happening inside our body on a cellular level. The human body is made up of approximately 37 trillion cells. Every day, over 1 billion cells die as part of our natural life cycle. These human cells have a fixed lifetime, and new ones are consistently being created through growth and divisions. However, during the growth process, DNA is damaged. And when this damage is not properly repaired, the affected cells may continue to grow and divide uncontrollably. And these are what we call the cancer cells. It is estimated that more than 5,000 cancer cells are produced in our body every day. Thankfully, our immune system is usually capable of detecting and destroying these abnormal cells. But if the system fails, cancer can develop. And let me explain that how noni juice works in our body using a simple delivery system analogy. First, after we drink, and we call this the Heinkel-Solomon-Golgi apparatus theory. First, when we drink the noni juice, it is broken down into small parts, just like the unpacking of a box into smaller useful items. Second, the nutrients like vitamins, minerals, amino acids, especially a special ingredient called the prozeronin, are collected by our body cells. Third, they go through a part of the cell called the Golgi apparatus, which works like a packing center. It wraps all the nutrients into special bundles. Imagine it like a gift wrapping nutrients with an address label for delivery. These four bundles are then sent to sick or damaged cells, just like sending a care package to someone who is sick. Fifthly, when the sick cells receive this package, it mixes the prozeronin with enzyme to form zeronin, an important compound that helps repair the cells. And finally, what happened? And finally, the damaged cells uses zeronin to heal itself and return to normal, just like a tired worker receiving a recovery kit to feel strong again. So in short, noni juice acts like a smart delivery system to repair unhealthy cells in our body. Dr. Heineken discovered a compound called zeronin, which is found in all healthy cells. It helps regulate protein and enzyme functions. This is how our cells stay healthy. Our body uses enzyme to make zeronin. But over time, as we age, or when we undergo stress or face injury or illnesses, the body loses the ability to produce and store enough zeronin. Without enough zeronin, our cells cannot function properly, which may lead to health problems and even diseases. That's why supplementation is needed. However, Dr. Heineken found that there are no natural food that provide enough zeronin directly. So we need special support from products like noni, which helps the body produce zeronin from prozeronin. Now, let's talk about how zeronin is formed in the body and why it is important. In 1953, Dr. Rolf Heineken, a biochemist, discovered that the active compound in the bromelain from pineapple is absorbed into the body and converted into zeronin, which is the key to healthy cells. The body uses enzymes in the large intestine to convert a substance called prozeronin into zeronin. After that, it gets stored in the liver. However, over time, the activity of bromelain decreases. Dr. Heineken believed this was because the nutrients lost in pineapple soil, meaning we needed a better environment, a better source of prozeronin. And that's where noni comes in. Noni fruit is actually the best known source of prozeronin, containing about 40 times more than pineapple. That's why it is considered so powerful for cell repair and detox. It is consumed over 2,000 years. Okay, noni has been consumed over 2,000 years, and the building blocks of human are divided into cells, and when we get older, we get sick. It means our cells are aging and getting sick. These are substances that have the functions to normalizing such sick and aging cells. That is prozeronin. And let us tell you how prozeronin is used to deliver to the entire body and how it works. And in our noni is also found to have 200 kinds of noni phytochemicals that include proserpine, scopolamine, iodinoids, and polyphenol. And it contains 7 minerals, 18 amino acids, and 12 vitamins. And why should we eat noni? Because it is rich in polyphenol. Polyphenol are natural compounds found in plants, especially fruits, vegetables, tea, and herbs. And they are very powerful antioxidants that can help protect our body from oxidative stress and inflammation. And the polyphenols content is 143 times more than kiwi fruit, 140 times more than tomatoes, and 121 times more than mangoes. And also it is rich in iridoids and proserpine. Iridoids is also known as human health benefits, which includes anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antimicrobial, and antioxidants. And this is the fruit count by the type counts by the fruit. It contains 40 times more than proserpine than the pineapple. And also this is what we call it is also rich in scopolamine. It is a natural compound found from the family that is found in the noni, mulberry, such as mulberry, all this type of fruit. When you look at the shape itself, it has some medicinal plants that is widely studied for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, and mood balancing properties. And this is the one, that's why it can help us with ADHD, etc. Okay, and even antifungal, all this. And Dr. Nell, this is another doctor, Dr. Nell Solomon. Let's take a look at the research of Dr. Nell Solomon from this book. He is the author of The Noni Phenomenon. This chart actually summarizes the result from thousands of people who took noni juice and what are the improvements that they have experienced. And what is interesting is that some of the symptoms improve in more than 80 to 90% of users, such as energy, digestion, and mood. This shows that noni is not just for one condition, but has a wide spectrum of potential support across body systems, especially for immunity, energy, mood, and recovery. And Dr. Nell also gives us, among all the hundreds of reasons to drink noni, he shortlisted 21 reasons to drink noni every day. And this is the link that we can find for his sharing in YouTube. Yeah. So you can Google for 21 reasons to drink noni every day. You will be able to find his sharing that is available in both English and Chinese. Yeah, and these are the 21 reasons that was listed that includes cancer, arthritis, heart diseases, high blood pressure, immune system, energy, damaged cells and DNA repair, diabetics, asthma, depression, and pain. There's loss of excess weight, ADHD, headache, addictive, stroke, cholesterol and LDA, memory, neuroprotection, detoxification, and skin. Okay, this attachment is actually based on the BBC documentary exploring the benefits of noni juice, while the video itself provides the valuable insights why it is important to clarify that it is not official information distributed by our company, but this is the official information of noni itself, okay, by Dr. Nell Solomon. And these are the research papers on noni, the health effects, and they're altogether 756 research papers of its health benefits. And this proves that noni is not just a traditional knowledge, but it is backed with modern science research. And this is Atomy Noni. Now that we know that Atomy is important, let's take a look at how Atomy Noni is different. Okay, it is cultivated by Atomy exclusive farm. So we even start from the beginning of cultivating our own noni in our own farm in the Java Island in Indonesia. So the products is, the noni itself is homegrown in Java Island. It is manufactured directly in Korea under strict QC throughout entire process. And we can check out the various certificates in the next slide. Okay, and this is the different type of noni. There are about there are about 131 types, varieties of noni, but Atomy specifically uses only the Morinda citrifolia that is used throughout the genetic test. And the origin that we have mentioned, it is grown in volcanic soil in tropic region with abundant sunlight. And because of that, we have this comparing the physiochemical properties, function properties, and antioxidants activities. Indonesian noni fruit shows to be the highest antioxidants function. And that's why we choose that. And to preserve it, we actually have been able to consume it, okay, for over 2,000 years. And this is the species that we use. And noni is commonly known as a lumpy, ugly, smelly food, or they call it the vomit food. And this is our own soil that Dr. La, yeah, he actually went to visit the farm in Java Island. So he actually picked up the soil, and this is our fruit, noni fruit itself that was harvested because of the abundance, yeah, abundance of sunshine, wind, and even the water drainage. And these are the 3 key conditions that's perfectly suited for the organic farm to grow our noni. And from the local Indonesia farm harvest to Korea warehouse process, it is all under the stringent control of Atomy in Korea. Okay, and this is the process. Yeah, it is this noni, noni will, after harvested, the noni goes through the washing facilities in Indonesia. After washing the noni 3 times, it is quickly frozen at minus 40 degrees Celsius and then stored in a cold storage of minus 20 degrees Celsius. It is then shipped approximately once a week to our Atomy fermented noni, so that it is able to handle and manage hygienically and safely from the raw material stage. At first, the locals didn't understand why we have to go through this washing, freezing process, and they asked about this process because to them isn't it easier to do it fresh when they are in Indonesia? But because Atomy is very concerned about the production, so we want to do it back to produce the fruit juice itself back in Korea. Okay, so we have to do that because of the transportation that will take about a week to 10 days. And this softens the noni and then it makes it ideal for juicing. And the total fermentation hours is 1,440 hours. That is aged twice. Okay, the first process is 1,080 hours with the 7 types of lactic acid that is added. And then the second aging, we go through another 360 hours by adding the coconut sugar, the maltodextrin for another 360 hours to enhance the taste. And then this is the difference between Atomy Noni. We have our own, okay, probiotics that is added. And this is the 4 patents that we have, yeah, so that it is able to convert the bioconversion technologies. And then we have, it is able to enhance the digestion and the absorption. And then it can only be used in Atomy because this is our own patent with this AON 1805. And these are the patents for our lactic acid bacterial. So no other nonis has this, okay? This is Atomy own patent. And the second thing that we have done is the added taste, yeah, so that it is fragrance with added natural ingredients. With this coconut sugar that's added, that is rich in minerals and vitamins without unnecessary chemicals, and it is low GI. So yes, it is suitable for those with diabetics and sugar concern. It improves exercise performance and fatigue recovery. It also has the Chinese patent and the Korean patent. And we have also added calamansi, which is an antioxidant fruit that is 40 times more vitamin C than lemons. It also lowers our cholesterol level and improves cardiovascular health. It is low in calorie and rich citrus acid and dietary fiber. And so it helps us with stress relief. And then it comes with the USA patent and Korea patent. And the fourth item, supplementary item that is added to our noni is the sugar syrup, the syrup. Okay, it is a natural material that is non-toxic. It helps to suppress our blood sugar increase, control weight, reduce calorie absorption, and improve exercise ability to recovery. So it is easy to penetrate into our human biomembrane by hydrophobic and then hydrophilics. So it acts as a bowl that contains functional ingredients inside to deliver it into our body and encapsulates the active ingredients by protecting it towards the sensitive compound like polyphenols, iodides, flavonoids from degradation. It also improves the taste, and then it masks the bitterness and the bad odor like the noni strong taste. And so Atomy Noni fermented noni concentrate is created through the joint research with Atomy Korean Food Research Institutes, which is a government-funded research institute. And these are the 3 patents, that talks about prevention and improve of diabetics, including fermented noni and the manufacturing methods. Also, it also prevent and improve andropause syndrome. Okay, and also the third patent that we have is improvement of allergies with our noni. So these are the 3 key patents that we have. And after that, we continue to have more patents. Now we already have 18 patents, 15 in Korea, 2 in US, 1 in China, 7 research paper. That was when Dr. La came. And then we have these Food Technology Awards. We also have the Annual Sales Export Award and things like that. But now let's look at it. We have 5 more patents, making it 23, and 2 more research paper, making it 9. And our annual sales is already exceed 5 million. And then the global export, and now we are already exporting noni to 18 countries instead of only 14. So these are the joint venture of Atomy Noni, not just with Atomy, with Orot, with NST, our Korean, this is what you call it, the Korean Food Research Institute, and then the Korean, the Kangwon University Industry, and the NST Biopharmaceutical Corporation Research Institute. So this is a joint venture project, joint research project. And how to take our noni? We can consume it 1 to 2 times per day, 30 ml per time. We can drink with water or juice or drink as it is. It is more delicious to consume after storing it in the fridge. And because we do not add a lot of additives in it, so we will advise you to, if you're buying the glass bottle, please, after you open, please keep it chilled in the refrigerator. And if you prefer to drink something that is room temperature, what you can do is you can pour it out, leave it in the room temperature, and consume it only when it is at a lukewarm temperature. And these are some of the testimonies that we have seen, members, who are at the lifestyle centers. Look at this lady, her nails, and now her nails is perfectly all right already. And this one, you see, look at the skin condition. You see from 30 over years, no, she actually have 30 over years on this face conditions. Yeah, but now after drinking Noni, yes, her conditions has improved. And even my own experience, my own son, he has inflammation. Myself, sometimes I have inflammations. I drink Noni, and of course, when I don't drink Noni daily, but if I have inflammation, I will drink more, definitely more than 30 or 50 ml. I'll drink more and help it to reduce the inflammation. And a good way that was told by us how to drink Noni is to drink it and keep it in our mouth and let it sink in for a while. It will help us in our oral health. So that's all I have to share for today. And this is our Noni and how it is protected even in the packaging itself. You see, this is the box, a very sturdy box, comes with the bubble wrap. Yeah. And then in glass bottle, because only glass bottle is able to keep it fresh. And this was done 3 years ago when I was sharing on Noni. And by the time you see, this is 0202, 2013. Yeah, I've just finished my 4th bottle when I was preparing for the sharing that day, for the weekend, because I was feeling unwell on Thursday and started a new bottle the same night. Okay, I started taking it because I hear of the goodness from our Royal Leaders Club, Hong Xiaoling, and she shared how it has improved, how Atomy Noni has improved her skin condition. And I took that. And by Saturday, yeah, I was talking about Thursday, right? I wasn't feeling well. Thursday, Friday, I was taking. Even Saturday, before I attend the ODS, I was taking. And after that, yeah, I was able to share on it. Then even my mom, when I first introduced her to Noni, I didn't know that she was unwell. I actually gave her a little bit to try when I met her. And then after trying, I happened to be in contact with her the following day and will be meeting her. So she was very puzzled what I gave her the day before, because she was actually feeling unwell. She actually planned to see the doctor either after the appointment or the following day. But that very night, even though I only gave her probably 5 to 10 ml, she was able to sleep well and she recovered the following day. So when I meet her again, I actually let her try. And then, yeah, this time around, I think it tastes better. And then she's willing to try. And that was because it was in February, right? So she was willing to actually try a bottle. And then that was before Chinese New Year. And by the time we had our reunion dinner, she already finished her first bottle, and I actually have to bring her another bottle so that she can continue to drink and continue to use it for her. And then my own son, he had sore gum after root canal because he took, he has been chewing on one side. So it was before our reunion dinner. So I know that he has sore gums and inflammation. So I actually asked him, right? In some sense, I actually forced him to take the first cup. And then he took. Then after that, went for reunion dinner, come back. He was able to enjoy his reunion dinner. But I knew that because he still has a pre-existing condition, I actually asked him to take another cup. Oh, yeah. So this is some of our testimony. And then we can find Atomy Noni. Now it is available in the pouch form and the bottle form. So if let's say you have pre-existing condition, we will encourage you to buy by the bundle, because this will help pre-existing condition to stabilize. And after that, you can just take it as a maintenance. That's all for my sharing today. I hope all of us who have not tried our Atomy Noni, you will go ahead and try, because this is really something that is very precious and something that is so useful for all of us. Thank you very much. See you again.